My name's Hampson, and I'm the author and illustrator of Lyla's story. Lyla's story is about a young schoolgirl who doesn't have the ability to communicate with verbal language and is therefore really isolated from her peers in the classroom. All of a sudden, she is given the opportunity to find a different way to express herself. Through painting, she then finds a way to communicate how she's feeling and what she's thinking and all the dreams and aspirations that she has within her heart and her soul. I started working in a school setting about 15 years ago. I was in a setting with a lot of children that came under the umbrella of the autism spectrum, many of which were what we classify as non-verbal or minimally verbal. The story behind Lyla's story came about from an encounter I had with a young man many years ago. And I was sitting with him and his mum, and I realised really, really quickly that he didn't have the ability to use language, as you and I do. And his mum was telling me that only recently they had discovered that he was able to use an iPad to create little stories and little poems about how he was feeling and what was going on in his world. It was amazing because he'd never been able to express himself like that before. And for me, obviously, painting, illustrating is something that I've always loved to do. I'm self-taught, so it's been a long journey to get 20 illustrations into a book. But that was obviously going to be Lyla's voice, was going to be painting and using pictures to tell her story. So I thought it'd be interesting to start the book with illustrations of someone painting a story. So in the frame, I've got paints and a paintbrush and pencils, and as the reader progresses through the book, that sort of zooms in, as in the camera gets closer and closer, and then we have the full picture. And also the tone of the book changes. In the first couple of pages, it's very grey, very blue, grey, black, and that really represents how Lyla's feeling, really isolated, not able to communicate with her peers. And then all of a sudden, as readers, we are invited into her world, and we see that she has an immense richness of colours and feelings, and it's just absolutely beautiful to be able to take a dive into her inner world. And then that is carried through to the rest of the story. So yeah, Lyla's story is available now, and if you follow the link in the description, it'll take you straight to Amazon.